promised, I'm back to do my very first tutorial, and I'm going to be starring Anastasia Beverly Hills products, namely what I shared in my last video, which is the cream contour kit that I got from TJ Maxx in Deep. And I will be using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Chocolate, as well as the Anastasia highlighter called, it's the Illuminator in the color Peach Nectar. So I wanted to start these products. First I'll use a few other things, but I'm going to try to do a full face featuring these colors. These colors here to color correct and highlight and contour. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my face primer, which is the, I'm using the Benefit Professional. Got about this much, and I'm going to go ahead and apply it on my face, especially my T-zone, because those are the hot spots. And as you can see, there's like a certain powderiness to it. I don't know if I love it. So that's that. For my pomade, I'm going to go right into my eyebrows, and as you can see, it's quite used up, and I'm going to be using this brush right here. It's a slanted skinny brow brush. We'll come back to these. So I'm going to go into the kit, and I'm going to use the, I think the lightest color, the nude under my eyebrow, and I'm going to use this brush here, another skinny one, and the palette, I'm going to dip it into the nude. Come on guys, how can the nude in a deep palette be white? This is not nude for somebody who has a deep complexion, but okay. So that's done. And then I'm gonna go into the top of my brow. I think I'm gonna try this. This is the coral. No, I don't need to do that. It's color correcting. So I'm gonna go into the cinnamon for the top of my brow. Alright, so I did both sides, and I used the cinnamon along the top. Almost done. We're always going to come back and blend in. But now I would like to go into color correcting, and I'm going to be using my Real Techniques pointed foundation brush. And I have never ever color corrected in my life, but from what I see online, it looks like orange goes into areas where, maybe I'll use my hand, where there's a lot of darkening, and for me that would be my under eye area. So I'll start with my hands, kind of go into those bags and hide them. As the first layer of hiding and correcting that. So I have a little bit of scarring from like chicken pox back in the days, and I'm pretty okay with like my pigmenting. I don't consider it hyperpigmentation, so for the most part I don't consider like dark areas of my face except under my eyes needing to be corrected. So yeah, this was kind of a fail. That space. Okay, next up, I am gonna go in with the foundation stick, which I didn't introduce at the beginning, but I talked about, and it's in the color Espresso, and I'm gonna use that. Pretty good match. It's like the Espresso in here. So I'm gonna open it up. I've used it before, but I'm gonna do as advised. Yikes, maybe I should have done this first. Let's see how this goes. As you can see, especially on my forehead, it's a pretty good match. And to blend it in, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. flat top brush. And what I did to help it move around the last time I used it is I like to spray, not water, but I'm gonna use this matte finishing spray from NYX. Okay, so we've color corrected. We have put the foundation. Now I would like to go into concealing, and I'm going to use the cinnamon color that I use for over the top of my eyebrows. So it's not as light as the nude. It's not as orange. But I guess because of the orange that was there already, whenever in doubt with application, especially under my eyes, I do revert to the original opposite hand ring finger. So I don't know what I did wrong. I'm definitely going to learn from this, because using the color corrector has made it orange, which is not necessarily the look. So this is what we got, where I felt like I had a lot of orange under my eyes, but I decided to try and correct it using this nude I originally thought was too light under my eyes, and it did help to get rid of the orange. But this is a learning process, people, so bear with me. And I did my little strip down my nose so I can get the highlighting, do my chin. So I've done this part. I'm gonna do a little bit of the nude up here so we can get like that brightness on the forehead. Started. And because there's a need to contour, I'm gonna go right into the darkest shade on this palette, which is the Carob. And I'm not really sure what I'm gonna use. I think I'll use this sculpting brush, and I'm just gonna swipe it in there. Formula. And start my face. Okay, got a little bit of product. I'm gonna squeeze the brushes together. Come down this side of my face. A little bit of something there, and then I'll loosen up the bristles so that I can use the rest of the product left on the brush to frame my face. Because as you can see, although the foundation itself is a good match, it's not spot on. So this is how I can get the rest of my face closer to the blend, especially my hairline. Nobody wants a funny looking hairline, and I'm going to come in for this a little bit more. Contour and against the highlight. You can see how this is working already. And then I'm going to use this really skinny contour brush to frame my nose with the same color, and I'm going to come down this side and finishes like fold of my eye socket, like so. And good job. So as well. So the foundation of the contouring has been established. Around the chin. So it's got quite a bit of color, and I personally love to blend in the lines, and I'm going to start with the beauty blender first and go into the forehead area with this highlight thing, and along the face and the hairline, on this cheek framing, cheek lifting, on top of my mouth, my chin, and of course down. So we're nearing the end of this whole look because I don't have many products. And I'm just going to touch up my eyebrows just a little bit to soften out the end. Like I said I would, now that I have done my highlighting on my nose. I'm going to tear up a piece of paper towel and dab at it. Brow. These are some of my tricks because I'm far from a pro. Okay, so we don't have a highlighter. I'm gonna blush, an Anastasia blush. I'm gonna go right in and use the Illuminator, which I got so long ago. Open up. From Macy's, and I've actually never used it, so this is what the packaging looks like. And I got this brush from Forever 21, believe it or not. And I'm gonna open this up. This is what it looks like. It's so beautiful. And I'm just gonna sweep it sideways and get that highlight area. Gosh, it's beautiful. It's perfect, I think, for the winter because it has like a frostiness, but because of the peachiness, it's still warming, especially in the dark skin. And voila! This is all Anastasia Beverly Hills. So in conclusion, I'm gonna enjoy using this contour palette, and Anastasia Beverly Hills products are pretty good, but for most of them they're creamy formulas, so probably mostly in the winter when it's not hot and steamy. So this is my look. What do you think? Oh, my lips. I think that's not bad for a full brand look. C'est fini. Need a little eyeliner. What do you think? My first tutorial, guys. And mostly Anastasia. Yeah.